So recently I've been watching through all the A24 horror movies. In this video I'm going to be going over the 9th A24 horror movie, which is Hereditary. I think one of the most famous, iconic A24 horror movies. Hereditary opens with the death of the Graham family's grandmother, Ellen Lee, a secretive figure whose funeral sets a tense tone over Annie, played by Toni Collette, her husband Steve, played by Gabriel Byrne, teenage son Peter, played by Alex Wolff, and young daughter Charlie, played by Millie Shapiro. Shortly after Ellen's funeral, Charlie tragically dies when Peter swerves to avoid an animal during her allergic reaction and causing her decapitation on a telephone pole. And this accident, this brutal, really disturbing accident, shatters the family and thrusts Annie into intense grief and guilt. As Annie's desperation grows, she befriends Joan, played by Ann Dowd, at a support group and accidentally uncovers hidden cult rituals tied to Ellen, her mother's secret cult worship of the demon Payman. Grief is the focus of this movie, a consuming force that warps perception and reality, representing how trauma can destroy connections between loved ones. Ellen's unseen cult activities symbolize unspoken burdens passed down through generations. And because we have this supernatural element introduced, the movie blurs the lines between mental illness, which is probably caused by the grief, and supernatural horror, depicting psychosis and disassociation as literal possessions that escalate across the Graham bloodline, which also highlights each tragic event as part of a big predestined plan created by the Covens' years-long plan, and so repressed anger and guilt are expressed through ritualistic violence, showing how unresolved emotions can turn into devastating consequences. Toni Collette grounds the film with a heart-wrenching portrayal of Annie's despair and unraveling sanity. Millie Shapiro delivers an eerie, otherworldly presence whose muted oddness after her death sets the film's unsettling tone. Alex Wolff delivers a teenager grappling with guilt, delivering a raw, emotional descent into terror. Then we have Gabriel Byrne, who delivers as the rational husband torn between disbelief in the family's growing horrors. Ann Dowd delivers deceptively warm at first, and then becomes a key device in the film's cult backstory. Ari Aster blends grounded domestic drama with escalating supernatural dread, structuring the film in two halves: a realistic portrait of grief followed by surreal terror. His careful framing of Annie's miniature diorama mirrors the family's helplessness under unseen forces. Then the cinematography bathes the Graham home in muted, claustrophobic lighting, while the score drags every scene deeper into a vortex of anxiety and despair. Aster's confident pacing and bold, terrifying set pieces redefine modern horror by fusing psychological realism with visceral, ritual-driven horror sequences. And I give Hereditary a 10 out of 10 and A++. Let me know what you think about Hereditary down below, and don't forget to like and follow.